I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Calliope Chaos is here. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on. We are live on your stream as well, but if for our audience over here, could you please introduce yourself?
Sure, my name is Calliope Chaos. I'm a relatively newer VTuber who really does a lot of gacha games as well as games with friends. Occasionally I'll do some cozy farming sims and stuff. But I play a lot of the gacha RPGs just because they have so many fun stories.
And how has that affected your wallet?
Not really. I've been good about not spending money. I've had to be really careful, though.
Yeah, the temptation is there so badly.
It is. A couple of my friends got me into it initially, so I can always blame them if things go wrong.
Yeah, now, which ones are you into right now?
Lately, I've really been playing a lot of Genshin Impact and Zenless Zone Zero.
Ah, okay.
But we actually signed up for the beta test for the new one that's coming out, Honkai Nexus Anima.
Wow, okay. Yeah, so you are absolutely gotcha'd by the gacha.
Kinda. There's another big one coming out that's Duet Knight's Abyss, but they got rid of the gacha portion of the gacha.
Oh, well then, what's left?
It's sort of like Warframe mechanics. So you're grinding with friends.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds fun too. So what are the farming sims you go to?
Sure. Coral Island is a big one for me. I also like Stardew Valley, of course, but I usually play it modded because there's so much more you can add from the community.
Oh yeah. I haven't done any mods yet, but I do have 40 save files.
I feel that.
Yeah. I haven't touched it in a long while because I wouldn't get anything else done. It
sucks you in.
Oh, it absolutely does. I have to wait one more day for that those beans to come up so I can get it into the community center, for crying out loud. And then,
yeah, the community center is always hard for me to do because I'm not the best. I love playing them, but I'm not the best at them, which is why I don't usually stream them.
It's that red cabbage. You can't get any red cabbage. And wake up in the middle of the night, red cabbage. So when did you get started with the content creating?
Sure, I've been a streamer for about 3 years now, but I only recently swapped to doing VTubing as Calliope.
Why'd you switch over?
Before I was mostly makers and crafters, and I did a lot of like hand cam and just screen stuff, but I wanted to find a way to connect more personally to the audience, and I felt like a VTuber was a more comfortable way to do that for me.
Yeah.
Than going through just using face cam.
Yeah. It's people say, well, why don't you just put your... Well, there's a lot of things that go into that. I mean, not only is it you, but it's also everything behind you, and then you're kind of taken away from what you're trying to do on the screen, and there's a lot of things that play into it.
Definitely, and there's also the factor for me. I do deal with some chronic illness, so it can be hard sometimes to get on stream, and with face camming, you have to do the full makeup and making sure everything looks nice and tidy and neat, and it's just easier on the bad days to, go through with it as a VTuber than being on face cam.
Oh, absolutely. I did 35 years of radio, and believe me, I had the face for it. So, I will continue to not put my face on there as much as possible. So, was it an easy transition for you? Were you following other VTubers before you switched over?
So, two of my close friends are VTubers, the two that dragged me into gacha kicking and screaming, as I like to say. Their names are Celestial Rain VT and Reiki Heart. They really helped me get started and helped set everything up. I still occasionally steal one of their computers when I need to play graphics-heavy games. But they've been really helpful in figuring things out and building a community.
It's nice to be able to do that pretty quickly and have that help. Some people dive in, just hold their nose and go to the deep end, but at least you had a little help to start with.
Yeah. I was lucky that they kind of chucked me into the deep end, but they at least, you know, helped.
Gave you some floaties.
So, something like that. I've been streaming as Calliope for about 3 months now, I think.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Is this your? Is this the? Did you put this model together, or how'd you come up with it?
Uh, so I actually purchased the model
Hmm.
off of Etsy. There was actually a little bit of drama like a week or two ago where we found out the model was sold illegally on Etsy, so I had to track down the creator's coffee account
Oh my
so that I
gosh.
could purchase the model legitimately because I wanted to make sure I supported the artists.
Oh yeah, of
But I
course.
do have a 2.0 model in the works.
So that's in the future. I mean,
Hmm.
that's the type of stuff that goes on that people who want to get started don't have any idea about. Like, I'll just get a model and go. No, no. You
Yeah,
there's some loops you still have to go through.
definitely. You definitely want to make sure that like things aren't stolen, you're crediting your assets. Basically just covering all of your bases, making sure things aren't AI.
Hmm.
Because that's been a big point of contention in the community recently is usage of AI.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's been big for voice actors and
Hmm.
announcers and that type of thing. There's listening to those horrible ads on YouTube with the fake
Yeah,
mispronouncing words and say, if you want somebody to mispronounce words, I'll do it a lot cheaper.
I totally get that. And
Yeah.
then, did you see the League of Legends ad that came out the other day that was AI? That was just
No.
awful.
Oh no, no. League of
Yeah,
Legends?
no, apparently it was from a third-party content creator and they didn't screen it as closely as they should have.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I'm just kind of like, how do you miss that?
Oh, that's terrible. Some heads got to roll after that one. Um,
Probably.
oh boy, that's awful. It's so much of what you want to do here, if you want to expand, is based on making sure that you have the a good reputation. And one way to lose that very quickly is to get heavily involved in AI.
Yeah, I found that like I generally am always the kind of person who's positive and tries to build up others,
Mm-hmm.
and I've found that's gotten me a very far way. Oh goodness, words! Like it's gotten me very far in the VTubing community very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not particularly big or anything, but it's one of those like I have a solid community that has my back,
Yes.
and that's what's important to me.
Yeah, it is important.
It,
It is important, and it's not always easy to do. And you realize after a while that they're coming back for the personality. They're coming back for you, and not necessarily what you're doing.
yeah, there's thousands of other people who are playing the same games I am, especially when I'm playing bigger titles.
Hmm.
So it's one of those things that I always try to build a personal relationship with the people, especially the ones that chat in my channel.
Hmm.
I'm a big believer in like thanking lurkers, but not individually,
Yeah.
because I know they hate that.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why they're lurking in the first place. Uh, don't notice me. And I have to notice you a little bit, otherwise it doesn't count. Um,
Yeah.
so when you made that transition over, were you recording first, or were you doing live things first?
I was doing live. I just kind of went straight into it. I did a couple of test streams
Oh,
before I sort of did a full debut of everything being all set up,
yeah.
and I tried to drive a little bit of hype.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly it was just ripping off the band-aid, otherwise I'd get myself all psyched out and
Yeah. Get right up
would
there.
probably fall on my face.
Well, I don't go that far, but as I get up there, and all of a sudden, like all of your internal organs seize up at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, long before I did like Twitch streaming and all,
Yeah.
I was a theater kid, so
Ah.
being in front of people and performing, so to speak, isn't something that's new to me.
Well, you're braver than I am, because I never liked that at all. And
Hmm.
even on the radio, when I knew there were maybe four-digit people listening on some of the more important things, I couldn't see them. And if I could see them, then I would be, my legs would absolutely freeze, and I would not be able to do anything. There's a big difference to that. But were you able, when you first came on as a content creator,
Hmm.
that background helped you out, I imagine.
It definitely did. I will say one of the other things that really helped out is just having a friend there in chat to pester me so I'm not talking to myself.
Ah, yes.
That's always been something I've like very heavily had help from is the friends that have my back.
Yeah, yeah, the ones with the pointed stick off stage to kind of nudge you along.
Yeah.
Line. Yeah, I might be one of those guys with the stick, but you're not going to see me on stage anytime soon. That's good for everybody, not just not just me. Uh, so now that you've got started and going, and you're into it for a few months, has it
Hmm.
has it been what you thought it would be? Has there been some other things you really weren't prepared for? Well, besides the model stuff.
Um, Honestly, the one thing I really wasn't prepared for was the fact that like having people that the support is really what I didn't expect, I'll
Mm,
be honest,
yeah.
cuz with Twitch, a small percentage of people even get a regular audience.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got, 4 or 5 people, you're still doing better than most people. And the fact that I have people turning out regularly is just really, it's always surprising and really touching, even though I know there's some of them I know that are going to come every single time.
Yeah.
And that means the world to me. But also the fact that, like we said earlier, they
Yeah.
could pick anyone else, but they choose to hang out with me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very validating in a way, but it's also very heartwarming to have that happen. And you kind of get it kind of catch you between the eyes every once in a while, doesn't it? Like,
Hmm.
hit you in the feels. 'Cause these.
Yeah, I've only had like 2 hype trains on my channel ever, and the most recent time they almost made me cry. So
Oh,
that
that's so cute. Next time, go for the full tears, folks, all the way.
they threaten it. Believe me.
So when you're on, you're mostly playing the gotcha games online.
Hmm.
Hmm. So what draws you to those types of games? Is it the gambling aspect? Is it
So
or what?
so for me, a lot of it's the character design. That was a big part of it,
Mm-hmm.
but also the fact that there are these like constantly expanding story-rich worlds
Mm.
that have, a bunch of them even have limited time events that you can't always recapture. And for me, that's like part of the magic in a way.
Oh
But
yeah.
also the fact that, I hear my friends talk about them constantly. One of my friends, Rain, is a huge lore nerd. So I'm sitting here absorbing all of the lore information anyway.
Hmm.
So I'm just like, I might as well get the benefit, but also it gives us just another game to play together.
Yeah, yeah. Is Genshin Impact? Normally, I don't see. I see people doing one at a time, but is it
Hmm.
okay for two people at a time?
It actually can have up to 4 people playing at once.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
And I
the
think
story content you can't really do with other people,
yeah,
but if you're like fighting bosses and just running around the world and goofing off,
yeah.
that's all stuff you can do together.
That's good because there's always something that's gonna catch you and you're gonna need help on. So, do you all get the different characters you can switch from, or do you have to choose different characters on the same person?
You can all use the same characters if you want,
Mm.
but my big thing is like I started way later than the others, so
Mm.
I have like no characters compared to them. So, they're much higher level than I am, and they just come in and destroy everything, and I'm just kind of running along behind them, like, guys, wait for me. I don't have as much stamina.
I have the water. I have the water. You get to be water boy for him.
A little bit.
Good job. Get back in there and fight. And I can understand that for sure. But everybody gets a piece of the pie. That's the way it works. So
Yeah.
yeah, but that works out. Does that make it tough when you're in a game like that with the fighting to bring chat along with it, or are you able to go back and forth?
So I actually have three screens.
Mm.
One screen is the screen where I'm monitoring chat. One screen is the screen where I'm monitoring all things stream and like stuff moving around, and then the other one is the main like game screen.
Mm. Yeah, so you have it all in front of you. But can you, when you're fully into the battle, is it tough for you to keep chat updated and keep an interface with them?
Not really.
Mm.
It's one of those. It's one of the few times my ADHD is a blessing because I can multitask
It,
really easily.
it's a
And
feature.
honestly, it's a feature, not a bug in this case.
That's
But
right.
the other thing with Genshin, at least at the lower levels, is as long as you're spamming and like moving around and making sure they don't hit you,
Mm.
it's generally pretty safe. Like
Yeah.
unless you're fighting a boss,
Mm.
for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah. In which case, all bets are off with some of these things.
Yeah.
And how long? What's the longest it's taken for you to beat a boss in that game?
Probably like 20 minutes, but I'm also again like lower levels, so I know there are some. One of my friends. This is a different gotcha game, Honkai Star Rail, and
Yeah.
there's one of the bosses there that, like, I think it took like 30, 40 minutes, just because shields are awful sometimes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You get one that's supposed to be helpful and just either breaks on you or it just isn't as helpful as you think. Um,
Or worse, the enemy has one.
yeah. Or yeah, a constantly regenerating shield that you can't break. that's
Yeah,
that's fair. I'd be yelling at the computer as, "Oh, that's fair."
for sure. Though lately we've been playing a lot of Peak too.
Yeah. The peak stuff now. That's crazy.
Hmm.
That's crazy fun. How many folks do you get involved in that?
The game can hold a max of 4, so usually we've got 3 to 4 with us.
Mm-hmm. Do you do you get
One of our regular viewers really likes joining in with Riki and I when we play. I'm actually prepping for a speedrun tournament next weekend.
in that?
In Peak, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was speed running in that. Okay. Every time I watch speed running, it's people falling off, or watch peak, it's people screaming as they plunge into the abyss.
That's fair.
Yeah. So you guys have got the teamwork down, huh?
We try our best. We don't always make it to the top, and Mesa usually kills us, but we still try.
Well, as long as you know what everybody's capable of.
Definitely.
You always play into that. Is there any big events coming up for you here soon?
Um, well, later this year, I'm planning on getting my 2.0 debut set up.
Yeah.
Uh, and if you'd like, I can drop you a little sneak peek of the model in
Oh.
the interview chat.
Oh, please do. Please do. Let's see.
Because, so my whole lore thing is, like, the character's a mage apprentice and hasn't really, like, gotten anywhere yet. So that's why it's a very generic model, because she's still a student.
Mm-hmm.
But this is our updated model. Omikuru
Oh.
Art is the one who's doing all of the art and cutting. This is actually his first time doing VTuber models, so I was
Really?
super excited that he decided to go into it with me.
Well, that's brilliant. Actually, it really is brilliant. You folks are in for a treat.
I'm definitely really excited
Yeah,
because I think it's gonna turn out really nice when it's done.
absolutely. And you know what? It really does go with your personality and voice too.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, folks in the chat, you know what I'm talking about here. How can you not listen to this person and not smile? It's virtually impossible. I think you could read the phone book and people would smile at you.
I've been told I should do ASMR because people like my voice.
Yeah.
And I've definitely thought about it. I'm just not sure how to start. It might be one of those band-aid situations again.
Yes. Go to sleep. That'd be my ASMR. Go to sleep. Do it now. Actually, I'd probably knock myself out before I knock anybody else out at this stage. Is that something you'd give a try eventually? I mean, that'd be more
Yeah,
recorded,
I
I
think
imagine.
so.
But yeah, and would you be live
There's a
with
lot
it
of
or
people who
recorded?
do it live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that. I understand people who are able to do it, but um, I always look out for being live for so many years. You don't have a safety net,
Hmm.
and getting into something really deep, you don't get a chance to edit. So I would to me, I don't know if I could do that sort of thing. I mean, I imagine you can because you've got a lot more self control than I do. type of, type of stuff. But yeah, you let me know when that gets started because I want to hear that. I want to hear that as it goes.
Definitely.
Yeah. And are you thinking about anything like voice work?
I do actually really want to get into voice work, and uh, I have done a couple of auditions. Nothing's panned out, but I do really want to go into it.
Yeah.
I really like. I would love to do video game voice work specifically, or anime.
Cool.
I have been an anime fan for 20 plus years now,
Whoa.
probably longer.
Whoa.
I got into it when I was really, really young,
Yeah.
and like I didn't know it was anime at the time, but it was what I was really into. So,
What was your first one?
oh god, trying to the first one that I knew was anime, or the first anime that
First,
like
the first
I
one.
really got into, because
Yeah.
those are two different things.
Yeah. Both.
So the first anime I got into that I knew was anime was one called Slayers.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the D&D trope, the tropes turned up to 11.
Okay.
So you're comedy fantasy anime.
Right.
And then the first one I ever saw that was just first in general was uh I would have to say I think Digimon, because I'm pretty sure I found that one before Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe.
and they're coming out with a new Digimon, aren't they? With,
Yes, I'm so excited, and they
yeah,
also came out with a new game recently, so I'm really looking forward to checking them out.
yeah, yeah.
I've been a long time fan of the series.
They're coming out of the woodwork after being run over by Pokemon folks for so long. The Digimon folks are coming back. Um, as their chance to strike. You know, it's in order to play
Hmm.
Pokemon, you gotta be have 3 jobs. Uh, uh,
Yeah,
it costs a lot for that sort of stuff.
that and the creature collector genre, after seeing Pal World's success, seems to have really popped off.
Yeah, yeah. That Power World did a number on that a little bit. Plus,
Yeah, but I definitely think it's going to be interesting to see how Pokemon tries to continue to keep up with the field.
yeah, they're gonna have to do something. Obviously they're gonna be successful even with not a particularly great product, but the story is kind of the same story over and over again.
Yeah,
Team,
it's one of those. That's part of one of the reasons I sort of fell off on playing the Pokemon games is one, it's just all of the IVs and EVs got kind of overwhelming. And then you've got the whole, like, it's the same progression story in most of the games. As
yeah,
much as I want to, play them, there's other games that hold my attention more,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I've always, Fire Emblem's one that I've always been a really big fan of.
mm, yeah. It's the to me, I only played the very first one, and that was by accident
Hmm.
because I was in a back seat of my stepdaughter's car, and there
Hmm.
was a old Game Boy there, original,
Yeah?
and it had the first Pokemon in it. And I played it until I couldn't see anymore because there was no light, and I never saw it again because the my son-in-law took it away from me, of all things. He decided he wanted to play it again, but that would be something I could really get into. But after a while, you get like a here's the new team Toaster Oven is going to take over the baking world with the new dough Pokemon. Pete
There actually
Soli.
is a doe Pokemon now, and its name is Fido.
Oh no.
Hang on, let me find an image for you, because
Oh
it's actually
no,
really
no.
cute.
Well, I gotta tell you, after the keys one, I was like, okay, now we're kind of running out of things here.
Yeah, but they also have some really like genuinely cute designs still sometimes.
Yeah. Somebody was
I was a
working.
little bit done with them after the garbage Pokemon though.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that is kind of cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like it needs some garlic though. I'm in a garlic bread thing right now these days. I'm I'm going to fix some here in a little bit. I think I talked myself into it.
I,
Uh,
I feel that.
yes,
There's no reason to not want garlic bread.
absolutely, absolutely. Have you? If you've had too much garlic bread, you can still want it. You just can't actually have it.
Felt it. I met someone the other day that was allergic to garlic, and I'm just sitting here like,
Oh,
I don't know how you survive.
that's terrible. That's awful.
Right?
How do you eat food?
It's almost as much of a travesty as the person that was allergic to cheese
Oh, now
and
that's
like
even.
dairy products.
Yeah, that would really be awful, especially given as much pizza as I've had in my life. Um, with extra cheese or double cheese or whatever comes up on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at 3 o'clock in the morning when I was
Oh,
working
I feel
overnights.
that.
Yeah, when you work overnights, you don't ever have breakfast. You you wake up in the evening, you want breakfast, but it's only serving supper, so you have supper. You go to work and you have another
Mm-hmm.
supper, and then when you get off work, you want supper, but they're only serving breakfast.
Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah. So I would solve that
I'm
by just
personal.
constantly eating.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do kind of miss working nights though, because like there's something nice about when it all slows down and you're just kind of there
Hmm.
waiting for things to happen so you
Yeah.
can be
Yeah.
distracted.
Yeah. I tell you, the first time I worked a Christmas was I was 18 years old, and I worked overnight on Christmas because I was holiday
Hmm.
pay, which was a lot of money back then, and I fell asleep. It's a beautiful music radio station, which isn't around anymore, but think of the lightest instrumental
Hmm.
stuff that you used to hear in elevators, and then make it even lighter. So I was listening to that as an 18-year-old who never sleeps, and I fall asleep. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning as somebody's rattling the door to get in. I check the automation. There's exactly one song left on the automation. I woke up just in time and have to go and change all the things real quickly. I was like, well, I almost didn't make it through my first year.
Yeah, no, my first Christmas that I worked, I think, was back when I was in an internet call center.
Oh, oh
So
my.
that was chaos.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, again, you have more courage than I do. I don't
It,
that.
it it was one of those like I needed a full-time job. It
Yeah,
paid decently and wasn't on my feet. I
yeah.
did not expect the mental strain that it cost though.
Nope, they're not stepping on your feet. They're stepping on your brain. Go through that sort of thing. I actually spent several months as a telephone salesperson.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah, yeah.
In the non-ironic southern way.
Yeah. You can. Everybody can boo all they want. I did do it. I'm in Central Illinois, so they give you sites other places around the country. I was
Hmm.
selling phone apps at the time, which was just like call waiting, to people in the middle of New York City.
Ah.
Yeah, I heard all sorts of bad language in different ways I'd never heard before. But by golly, I was
Yeah,
selling
no,
them.
I feel that.
Yeah, it's anytime you have that sort of call in type thing or call out, there's always that extra strain. Um, did you use your drama background in that to try and keep yourself from overreacting?
No, it's one of those at the end of the day, you just can't really let it get to you. You just gotta. They're going to speak to you once and never again, and you never have to worry about, like, what they said to you, so why bother letting it affect you?
Yeah, yeah. And I have to say that it did affect me one time on that job. I worked an evening shift and then went to work overnight, and this is it's way beyond the statute of limitations. So uh, I might have called a number at 3 o'clock in the morning and sent a bunch of noise
Oops.
down it from the radio station. Might have happened. And if one of you folks is out there, that was me. And no, you can't get me now. It's too late. I mean, I imagine rude, but sometimes I just get personal.
Yeah.
There's no need for that. So, with the folks you've been able to bring in on chat, how long did it take for you to get a good base going as far as a community?
Um, the numbers do fluctuate, but I honestly, because I spent some time on X, like promoting ahead of time,
Mm-hmm.
and I had friends who had people that would be coming.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much had like solid numbers right off the bat.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly lucky to have that though.
Yeah. Yeah.
By solid numbers, I mean like 5 to 7,
Yeah. Well, that's
not
in the.
anything crazy.
I mean, right at the start, getting 5 to 7 is pretty amazing, actually. Um, and having those people there and having them come back and to know that they enjoy you enough to make their schedules out to be waiting for you.
Yeah.
That's
And I found that like consistency is another really important thing in my streaming.
yeah. Yeah. Have you been able to keep up a normal schedule like that?
I've been really trying to. This past week, I had to cancel a couple of streams due to some personal circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I tried really hard to keep consistent and not have to like cancel too much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can only do what you can do. Life is going to come at you eventually, and and do something. You just got to be as gracious as you can, and hopefully you've got enough trust with the chat that they know that you're not just abandoning them.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I always try my best to communicate whenever I have to cancel or move something.
yeah, yeah. Just chat now. Treat this person correctly, okay? I'm sure they will. Uh, no cheating. Um, do you feel in any sort of competition from other VTubers at this point?
Not really. The way I see it is like you can't be streaming all day every day and people are always going to watch. By the way, chat said they will. I will make sure that you know that because they weren't sure if you were watching the chat, but
yep, I have full faith in you.
But no, I don't really feel competition because the way I see it is, not everyone's going to watch you all the time. Not everyone's going to watch them all the time.
Right.
And like it's the same reason that I rate into people that I want to see grow. I like seeing others succeed.
Yeah.
Because success isn't unilateral. If I succeed, that doesn't mean other people are failing.
Mm-hmm.
That just means I have the opportunity to help other people succeed.
Yeah, that's a brilliant way of looking at it too. And with this still being a relatively new medium, the total audience isn't there yet. There's millions and millions of people who would enjoy this kind of content that don't even know it exists. Mm-hmm. So there's no reason to fight over what's there when there's so much more to reach out and grab.
Exactly. And like there's always the chance as well to like it's the same reason you do collabs and stuff with people. Mm-hmm. You do it one because you want to make friends. Mm-hmm. Like that's a big thing I have found out actually in VTubing so far is that the most successful way to network isn't to network at all. It's to make friends. Mm-hmm. And create bonds with people because at the end of the day, yeah, it's business, but they're people too, and the connections you build are going to last way longer than a single collab or dropping a follow in a raid.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a great point. Whether you're doing it as a streamer or whether you're doing it as an interviewer or anything along those lines, when you're dealing with other people, treat them like human beings, for crying out loud. A lot of the defenses will fall immediately, and then you get to talk like normal people and laugh and have fun, and you both get a good experience out of it.
Definitely.
And I've always said, if I could just imagine you're on stream being you and everybody enjoying it because they know you're enjoying it. So the audience is enjoying it too. Now, if you were in a game that you just absolutely despised, um, maybe they laugh at you for a little while, but it's not something you want to go back to. It's you go with the moment, but their mood's going to reflect your mood. Um,
Mhm.
and if you talked about it before, wanting to go on even when you're not feeling so well. Well, sometimes they'll know that
Mhm.
when you come on, and especially if your voice is 3 octaves lower than it normally is, you have a cold. Um, it will make a difference, and um, I don't know. To me, it sounds like you've really got this down pat. You got a really good attitude with this.
That's something I've really like kind of focused on is like not measuring my success in number,
Mm-hmm.
but in how much I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I'm still small. I have to work a full-time job. This is my hobby. This is like my fun time.
Yeah.
If I'm not enjoying it, why am I doing it?
Oh, absolutely. And if you're not enjoying it, then you've got a second job.
I mean, I still kind of have a second job anyway because I do eventually want to do it full time, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just something I very much enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah. There's second jobs that are hobbies that you just kind of make a little money on. Um,
Mhm.
Radio is not one of them. um, that's not going to happen. I think local radio is pretty much um, bit the dust at this point. But um,
Yeah, I feel that.
yeah, it's
VTubing is basic. I've spent so much more on VTubing than I've ever made.
yeah, yeah, it's true. I mean, it's you can do that, but you can also go on with if you're going to go on once a month, don't buy the $3,000 microphone. Um, that doesn't make much sense, and loan a little bit to me, I could buy like 6 cars with that money. Uh, when one goes bad in a couple months, just switch to the next one. Um, the there you don't need to throw in all of your money and equipment right away. Figure out whether you like doing it first.
Definitely.
Yeah, figure out whether
For me, it's the art that got me.
the
I've
art.
bought a lot of art and I've been working on making merch lines and all of
Yeah,
that as part of building my brand.
marketing.
Marketing.
Yes.
My old enemy.
That's a word that people say through gritted teeth a lot of the time, but it if you want to expand, it does eventually come down to some sort of marketing. Um,
Yeah, right now though, marketing for me is just being goofy on Twitter and posting clips of me saying things that could be suspicious taken out of context on TikTok.
well, that's your brand.
A little bit.
It,
Uh, yeah, no, we were discussing about uh deep dish pizza, for example, at one
oh,
point.
yes.
So my current best TikTok is me talking about how you don't drink Malort, because I'm also from the Midwest.
Mm, yeah, yeah, but you do absolutely have to have deep dish pizza at least once in your life, and if you don't, you can't
Oh,
comment on it.
absolutely.
You can't comment on it. And stuffed crust pizza, not the outside stuffed crust,
Uh,
the inside stuffed crust.
yeah, no, that pizza is one of my favorite foods, and I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also, chat wanted you to know
Mm-hmm.
that you seem very knowledgeable and you're a very good interviewer.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. It's too much fun. It's just too much fun. I get to meet great people like Calliope here, and really, I get there's no greater variety of people to talk to than VTubers because they're all VTubers come from different places, have different reasons why they're doing things, have different talents, um,
Mm-hmm.
and and to hear that and hear what their triumphs are, because I really do come down to I believe everybody's their own triumph. Hearing that triumph and hearing it in their voice and that when they recognize that is really uplifting to me, and I hope it is for everybody else too. Um, there's a
I
lot of
think so.
yeah, there are a lot of people that were in pretty bad places, um,
Mm-hmm.
and VTubing has helped them out one way or another. Maybe it hasn't solved the problem, but maybe it just gives them an outlet. Um, and it goes the other way too for listeners and viewers and chat members.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe coming on And watching one of your streams doesn't solve the problem, but it makes the next few minutes a lot better. And that's,
Yeah, it's one of those things that you don't feel so alone a
yeah,
lot of the time.
yeah, absolutely. It's, and we can use a lot of that these days. We can, there's a lot of stuff we can, if we want to throw ourselves down a hole, we can in a hurry. It's building ourselves up or out of it is a little different, and anything that does that
Mhm.
is positive. And I can't see you doing anything but that. You're just so bubbly.
I really try my best. I honestly try to bring like the bubbly and positivity to stream a lot because even if it's sometimes faking it till I make it, it still helps, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes you get caught up in it too, even if you don't feel it at the moment. If
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, well, yeah, this is actually pretty good. you go along, you go along with it. That sort of this sort of um, interaction 20 years ago was not possible. And
Yeah, it's one of those things that like even 10 years ago really it's hard to imagine VTubing as it is today.
mhm, absolutely. And I can tell you this, 40 years ago, because I was definitely there, it definitely wasn't going to be possible. And you couldn't even call somebody without paying $1 million. Um, so you young whippersnappers who don't know what actual dial-up phones look like,
Oh, I've seen dial-up phones, rotary phones. I'm
uh,
a lot older than you might think.
yeah, I'm talking about your chat. They're all young folks. They ain't seen nothing. Mm. Yeah, it's fun to see somebody look at a rotary phone like, what in the world is that? Well, you just
Yeah.
at that point you hope you didn't dial a lot of nines because your finger would slip off and you'd start all over again, or zeros. But I tell you what, it is an absolute pleasure talking with you. And folks in chat, you got a good one here. You know that. I don't have to tell you. Um, please keep supporting Calliope Chaos, and I hope that it continues to go. Once you get that 2.0 going, let me know so we can do a little promo with it and
Definitely.
kind of push for you because
It'll probably be towards the end of the year, maybe just after the holidays.
that's
Um,
I've
based on whenever my rigger's available.
yeah, I plan to be around by then, but it's not always up to me. Sometimes the wife gets involved. I just hope she's not watching one of those true crime shows.
Ooh, I actually at one point was going to college to study forensics, so I
Oh,
think we'd get along fine.
yeah, forensic. That's a wild and fun thing. My job right now, my paying job, is at a police station, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, I'm at the front desk of a police station. Yeah, you
Yeah.
talk about getting some folks in there, but sometimes we have
Hmm.
that forensic stuff go through, and it's just fascinating, fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it,
The only reason I dropped out is I'm actually dyscalculic, so like the dyslexia with numbers. So
yeah,
calculating angles and things is very, very difficult.
yeah, but you would be a very interesting architect.
That's fair.
Your buildings would be in the fourth dimension. We can't actually build it that way, Calliope. No, no, just it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be bigger on the inside.
Ironically, one of my favorite characters from Genshin Impact is an architect.
Yeah, there you go. See, now we've got your backup plan. Should all this not work out, you'll be the
Maybe,
next
we'll see.
you'll be the next Frank Lloyd Wright of the fourth dimension. Thank you so much for coming on. It's an absolute pleasure, and we'll get this up as soon as we can, as soon as YouTube allows me. We'll have all of the
Hmm.
links in the description for the video, and please support Calliope, one of the gems out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.